Lag. Average golfers think this is the secret to success and the secret to distance. Well, good players get this naturally. They don't really work on it. I don't see hardly any what I call elite golfers that come to see me that would struggle with lag as such. We need to manage how they sequence it maybe a little bit better, but they don't struggle in getting lag. So today we're going to give you some secrets and some concepts to help you get better lag in your golf swing, to help you measure the ground correctly for contact, and also help provide some extra natural power. So lag basically is the angle formed between the lead arm and the shaft as we come down. What we see with good players is this angle basically straightens out at a much slower rate than the bad golfers. The bad golfers will tend to cast the club, so the speed will get to the hands and the thumbs work away from the body very quickly and very early in the downswing. Sometimes that happens because the face is wide open and they're doing it to try and square the club up. Sometimes it's because the arc of the club is out here over the plane and they're doing it again to stop the ball curving to the right. So nearly always is caused by those things. Sometimes it's caused by the way we work in the backswing. If we have this kind of narrow backswing, there's a chance the arms will throw too rapidly in the wrong direction at the wrong place. We always want to be trying to throw the club, if we're going to throw it, at target, at where we want to go. So what I want to give you today is a way of feeling and understanding how the lag is created in the ideal world. And this drill I'm going to give you now is perfect to do at home on the night when you're not playing golf ideally. So do it often, little and often at home, and then take it to the golf course. So if you grab an alignment rod, I want you to go one-handed initially to the top of your backswing. Then what I want you to think on your downswing is when people try and get lag, quite often what they do is they try and bring their arm in close and the hand in close like this. That's the opposite to what I want you to do. I want you to understand that your trail arm is going to straighten a touch, but I want the right wrist to feel like it either maintains its bend or increases its bend, but the right arm straightens. So the drill I'm going to get you to do is kind of almost like pulling an arrow. I got this from Athletic Motion Golf. They did a great piece on this, trying to pull an arrow out of like an archery backpack, so like this. So we're going to try and feel like our wrist goes this way, so the alignment rod stays on my trail shoulder, but my right arm works down and widens, and ideally it wants to go forward. So the torso isn't racing, so when it races the arm will want to do this. We're trying to feel like the torso stays closed. I've talked about this in some of my other videos. The right arm goes down and forward, but we try and keep this alignment rod as far as we can on our trail shoulder. Now doing so, you're going to feel this wrist gets a bit more of a workout. If you get pain, obviously stop straight away, but the wrist is basically working more into extension and more into radial. Now they go hand in hand. When you extend, the radial becomes easier. So in doing so, just getting the extension, the shaft will automatically shallow a little bit or change its direction. And obviously getting the radial helps us get that extra extension, or vice versa. So again, we're looking for that feel. So the right arm straightening and going away, and the right wrist staying back. So quite often when we talk wrists and arms, we have things that work in tandem. So when we're talking downswing, we're talking about this trailer elbow moving ideally towards the ball and the right wrist moving away from the ball. And it's the same thing here. So as it widens and works towards the golf ball, we want to keep this lag angle back as far as we can. And again, for me, as we get down to the ball, try and get this elbow in these practice swings to get to the ball line first, and the forearm facing away and the right wrist still up and backwards, thumb up almost. Now doing that, you will definitely make it feel like a bit of a wrist workout, as we said. So we would then go with the club and feel like we're doing exactly the same. If you need to, take the thumbs off the grip to make it a little easier, but you're trying to feel exactly the same moves. And rehearsing that as often as you can will give you the sensation of getting this correct lag or stop casting the golf club, and also help them with the sequencing, because we're keeping the chest still and the arms down and forward. That is what we're looking for. So once we've done those practice swings, we then want to hit a couple of balls. And I would definitely probably break it down to chunks occasionally too. So let's try this process. So initially, swing to the top, bring it down, just to this delivery position, and then from there, go ahead and hit a ball. Don't worry about how far you hit it. It's about feeding this move as we start down. From that first phase, second phase will be just try and hit some shots slowly, trying to still do the same things. Again, the contact is likely to be poor if you're doing it a different rhythm. But again, just try and get the sensation in your wrist of what you're trying to do. Phase 3. So for phase 3, try and make it more normal speed, but just do the rehearsal. So top, rehearsal, reset, and then pull the trigger. And again, it definitely felt different with my wrist, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So it's a bit of a wrist workout, a bit of a wrist feel that you can take into the shots. And you might have to top up these feels by doing that alignment rod drill quite often. And again, with the alignment rod drill, you can work it from one hand into the two hands, so it makes it feel more like normal golf. Give it a go.